So I am very fresh-faced. I thought I would film a get ready with me because I am a vlogger now. This is what we do. I always look at the screen instead of the camera. Here we go, let's see, I'm definitely not a vlogger. So I thought I would do a kind of get ready with me whilst also sharing with you how I manage my overwhelm during the festive season. Now I've actually put this in a blog post and an Instagram post, but I popped a question box on my Instagram about like what topics to cover for the 12 days of Christmas, because I've got a few more videos to film, and my lovely friend Alice suggested I'll pop the thingy here, you can see, like dealing with the crazy at Christmas and how to stay calm. So I thought I would, rather than just talking to the camera for 10 minutes, I would do a bit of a get ready with me and kind of just chat through what I do and some tips for managing overwhelm during the festive, crazy, busy season. So I'm actually going to, I'm in the dressing room. I'm going to turn the light on. Well, that's better. And I'm going to get the camera set up so that I can chat with you while I get ready. It's actually really grey and gloomy out, and I've just put the light on and look how bright it is. This is the light that I used to do my makeup with. So I'm going to turn that off for a second. But yeah, I'm actually still in my pyjamas. I am very fresh-faced. I need to brush my hair and do my hair. I've got bed hair, which is just fantastic. But I'm going to put my face on in my mirror here, so I'm hoping this is going to work. As I said, this is all new to me, but I just thought it would be a quite interesting way of doing it. So I actually just realised I told you I'd done a blog post and a Instagram post on this kind of topic, both of which were a lie. I've prepped an Instagram post and I actually put it in my newsletter, so it wasn't a blog post, but maybe I should turn that into a blog post, because I think it's really helpful to kind of have some of these tips for managing overwhelm and just like figuring out your shit during the busy period, because I get really overwhelmed at this time of year, like so overwhelmed. So yeah, these are some of the things that I do at this time of year. So I'm actually going to start doing my face while I do this. I'm not gonna I'll share some other stuff maybe if you care, but I do a very, very simple makeup routine. It's nothing swanky, just like number 7, I think it's BB cream. Yeah, BB cream. I don't even wear foundation. I never have done. Sometimes if I'm feeling a bit fancy, I might put some like serums and stuff underneath, but I mean, I am no beauty blogger. This is my routine, and this is what I do. So my 5 tips for managing overwhelm during the festive season, and I mean some of this can be applied throughout the year as well. Let me just check that I've rubbed all that in. I'm not actually going to put this light on because it's hilarious. Hi! Maybe I should. I mean, it's like a super duper ring light, right? So tip number 1 is to get organised, because there's just so many moving parts this time of year, so many different things going on. So what I do is I create a master to-do list. So I create, and it's really big, and for some people that might seem overwhelming in itself, but actually it gets it all out of here and onto the paper, and it just makes it make sense. And then what you can do is you can prioritize and figure it all out. I just realised that's in front of the camera. You can prioritize and you can work out what actually needs to be done when. So I write it all down. I write literally everything, all the small bits, not just the big things, but all the small things, every single thing that I need to do. I usually do this at the start of December as well, because there's so much going on, and Christmas comes up really, really, really quickly. So I just realised I look like a ghost with this light on. It's hilarious. Anyway, so tip number 1 is to get organised and write down every single thing that you need to do, and also go through it and say, do I actually need to do that this part of the year, or can I move that to next year? Can I move that to January? You know, is it a must-do thing, or is it like something that I'd like to get done, but if I don't get done, it doesn't really matter? So just writing everything down and prioritising your to-do list, and then maybe going that one step further and breaking it down into, okay, what, you know, when do I need to get these things done by? And maybe planning. So I use time blocking, and I use my Google Calendar. It's just like I would die without it. Everything I do is in my Google Calendar. I've also got I will link a blog post how I use time blocking, because it's been an absolute godsend to me. I've used it. I use it every single day, and it's really helpful for my productivity and organising my life. So I will then use my master to-do list, and I will then plug in what things need to be done when. And then the satisfaction you get of crossing things off that to-do list are just amazing. So that is tip number 1. And now we're going to do my eyebrows. So I've actually had my eyebrows, I don't know if you can see, they've been microbladed. I have really fair eyebrows. I can't really talk too much while I'm doing them. So I have really fair eyebrows. Don't know whether you can, that one looks a bit thicker than that one. These were the products that I was using. So Beauty Pie, just in case anyone is interested, and this is Beauty Pie as well. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, I'm not going to be linking all these products down in the description, because I'm not a beauty blogger. I just thought it'd be quite fun to do this. There's something a bit different, and also just trying to mix it up a bit. I've said numerous times, like, in the new year I want to start doing some more vlogs. I want to kind of diversify my channel. So I thought I'd start before the year is out. So tip number 2, take lots of time outs, even if it's just 5 minutes here and there, especially on those busy days when you just feel like you have so much to do. It's not a bad thing to just take yourself away for 10 minutes, just make yourself a cup of tea, make yourself a coffee, you know, have a breather for 10 minutes, go and watch some funny animal videos, reset yourself, because that overwhelm will just creep up and you will just feel, you'll feel burnt out, you'll feel just like you're drowning. And I did feel like that, like last week, just everything was too much. I had so much to do. It just felt really overwhelming, really exhausting. And so taking some time outs here and there was just so important. So I'm using this really old Naked palette. I've got like 4 of them that I don't think I'm ever going to need to buy eyeshadows ever again. Especially as well, when you're maybe surrounded by family and friends, it can feel like quite a lot, especially if you're an introverted person. So I'm an ambivert. I'm literally like 49% extrovert, 51% introvert. And that means that although I love spending time with people, apologies if you can hear the rain on the window, it's actually really loud. Although I love spending time with people, I also love spending time on my own. And so what that means is, and this is something I've learned in the last few years, is, for example, on Christmas Day, when I'm surrounded by friends and family, which is lovely, I also get a little bit like, okay, I need to take myself away for 5 or 10 minutes now, because I just need to reset, I need to recharge, I need to have a timeout. So just wherever it is you need to take timeouts, find those little times, make yourself, you know, some time. 10 minutes is all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be like an hour. It can be an hour if you want it to be. But obviously, when we're really busy, taking time to just have a reset can feel very stressful in itself. So just do like 5 or 10 minutes here or there. Go for a walk around the block. Just reset yourself. And then also it helps you kind of come back to whatever tasks it is you're doing with a whole new energy. Again, we're loving the beauty pie. I'll just put that on for a bit of colour on my lips. I mean, I should be sponsored by Beauty Pie here, shouldn't I, really? But for those of you who don't know what Beauty Pie is, it's a membership site where you pay and you get like premium, you choose what you want, but you get premium makeup for like a fraction of the cost. Okay, so tip number 3 is to let your hair down and have fun. So again, it can feel like everything is just, you can't let your hair down. How can you let your hair down? You've got so much to do, so much to get done. How can you possibly have fun? But actually just enjoying the festive season. And I can speak from past experience where I've maybe been a bit like held myself back a bit. This is the time to be a grown-up child. This is the time to let your inner child out and let her have as much fun as she wants to have. Be a big kid. Like, if you have children in the family, get stuck into their games at Christmas. You know, have fun with all of the children and all of the adults, and just kind of allow yourself, let your guard down. Let your guard down and just embrace this festive, magical time of year. And also another note on that as well, like if there's things you didn't get done, don't worry about it. They will still be there in January. You can do them after Christmas is done, even after the new year is done. Those tasks will still be waiting for you. Unless you've got a magical fairy who's come along and done them for you, they'll still be there. So, you know, and unless they are like imperative and you have to get them done before a certain date, don't worry about them. Put them to one side, make a to-do list for January. That's another thing, like make a January to-do list, and your future self in January will thank your past self so much, because you'll be like, oh, all my tasks are here. I know what I need to do. I don't need to think about it. The to-do list is already there and waiting for me. Let your hair down, have fun, enjoy yourself over the festive season. So this is some little highlighter. It's I think it's basically the same as the Iconic one, is it? If you're into makeup and you know what that is. So I put a bit of this on my cheeks, a bit of it on my nose, and then I go over it with some more highlighter. Again, another Beauty Pie product. I've just been really impressed with their products. And they last for so long. I can see this bag, look, that's from Christmas Overwhelm. That is an exhaustion. So tip number 4 is to find joy in the little things. Find joy around you. Find joy in the ordinary. You know, find joy in sitting down and having a lovely cup of tea with a mince pie or a biscuit. You know, find joy in going out in your car, putting the Christmas tunes on and singing away, and, you know, again, just having fun, enjoying this time of year, seeing the magic in Christmas time, really just embracing the joy that is around us. And joy is free, right? You've just got to seek it out. You've just got to find it. And there is so much joy to be had. And I think we get so bogged down with the mundane of life and the overwhelm of times like this that we forget to kind of look for that joy. So, you know, savor those moments, going for wintry, crispy walks. Find joy in that, and find joy in watching your favourite TV programmes. You're listening to your favourite music, singing along to your music. You know, maybe doing some baking and just doing some more like wholesome activities that are really gentle, really easy, maybe don't cost much, maybe are free, but finding the joy in those moments is a really big one. And kind of just coming back to that. You know, we're getting so overwhelmed with everything that's going on and the craziness of Christmas that we forget to find that kind of that joy and the magic in this time of year. So come back to that and just kind of spend a bit of time slowing down where you can. You know, as I mentioned for tip number 2, I think it was, you know, taking those time outs. How can you make those little time outs a bit more joyful for you? Okay, so my face is done. Sometimes I don't actually brush my hair. That's a confession that's now going to go on the internet. But sometimes I think it looks... Oh, I've got hair in my mouth. Sometimes I think it looks better with a bit of volume. I don't actually think I'm going to brush it. I maybe should have a look at what it looks like from the back, but I think I'm going to leave my hair like this. I think I'm happy that it looks okay. So tip number 5, final tip with this, from this Get Ready With Me video. I've actually quite enjoyed doing it. A little bit of like mix of things. Tip number 5 is ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help, whether that is from friends, family, loved ones, your children, you know, people that you live with, those that are around you. Don't be embarrassed or afraid to ask for help. You know, communicate with those around you what it is that you need from them, whether you need support, whether you need them to just step up a little bit with some of the chores around the house, or, you know, just kind of explain the situation. It's a busy time of year and more hands on deck is going to be so much more helpful. So just don't be afraid to reach out to those around you and just kind of say, you know, I would really love some extra support of this time of year. I would really love if you could just help me that little bit more, or, you know, give some tasks to these people. If you're running around and you're run ragged and you're doing a million one things, and you've got to go and do the food shopping, but you've also got to do the chores and the washing and the tidying and all of those things. What can you give to someone else? What can you hand over and say, it would be really helpful if you could do this for me or support me in this way? That's just one example, but, you know, how can you ask for help if you need it? And also don't forget as well, sometimes when we're taking on all of this, all the load, we're taking everything on ourselves. Sometimes the people around us don't realise how they can help us. So actually having that communication and having that conversation with them, you'll be surprised. You might be surprised that actually they'll be completely up for helping because they didn't realise you needed help, because, you know, maybe you're the type of person who just gets on with it and gets things done. But actually, if you're reaching a point where it's all feeling a bit too much, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're maybe feeling like you're reaching burnout, like you're drowning, like you just can't get the air you need, ask those around you to support you in whatever way that is for you. And yeah, they might surprise you. You never know. You never know. So I have actually really enjoyed. I've got a face on now. No, I didn't have a face on when I started. I'm going to go and get dressed as well. I'm not going to stay in my pyjamas all day. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that these tips are useful for you. This has been I don't even know what day, maybe day 8. Day 8, I think, of the 12 days of Christmas. She says that's if she gets it edited and out in time, because this is actually day 8 today. So who knows? Who knows? I've been so busy, so filming has taken a bit of a backseat. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this. You can expect more videos like this from me. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. But if there's anything else you want me to cover, you want me to talk about, then let me know. In the new year, it probably will be in January now, because I just don't think I'm going to have the capacity to film. But I am going to put some videos together around how I kind of reset for the new year, how I reflect on the past year, and how I plan for the new year going forwards. I'm not sure what that video is going to look like, or whether it will be a series or something, but I had a bit of a brainstorm this morning and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do something like that, because I think that'll be really cool and really helpful. Also, one last thing before I go, Journal Your January is open for enrolment. This is a 14-day guided journaling course, starts on the 9th of January for 2 weeks. Enrolment is open until the 6th of January, and it's really a guided journaling program that's going to help you understand what you want from 2023. What do you want your intentions to be? What do you want the year to be for you? How do you want it to feel and look? And this is more about setting your intentions rather than setting kind of big goals, which I do that, but this is kind of separate. But it's understanding what your really kind of core you wants from the year ahead, what your heart, your mind, your body and your soul want. And it's about exploring all of that. And it's new and improved for this year. This is the 3rd year that I'm running it. There's a link in the description if you want to learn more or if you want to get yourself signed up. So I'm going to stop talking there now. And yeah, as I said, I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments how you found it. And I will see you very, very soon, my loves.